yeah, this is a day in the life of me as a 3D printing tabletop guy. All right, let's do it. This video is brought to you by the Lost Adventures Expansion Kickstarter, coming on August 3rd. Come support the channel and pick up some free early access models and RPG content at the same time by signing up at lostadventures.co/coming-soon. And yes, you heard right, that's our upcoming Kickstarter. Maybe sign up after the video's over though. Okay, enjoy the ride. I got so many of these minis and things that I've got to do. Gotta prime this one. I gotta paint this one. Oh, I love this little cute gnome. Isn't she adorable? Oh my gosh. Baby kitty. Man, I got a lot to do. Haven't even started on the printers. So I'm just tackling something that I think is reasonable that I can finish today, which is this little dice jail. This is one of the things I just don't have, and it's pretty cute, so. Oh, look at this. If I print this like this, this is going to not have anything to support, it's gonna fall. So, now I flip this baby on its page, now it's gonna print so beautifully. I know this isn't as sexy as like a nice table, but day in the life. Oh, sorry, got some resin on me. What's new? Welcome to my life. Yeah, we had some failures with the print. So we'll have to take a closer look once we get these cleaned up. That's what. It's really weird that this happened because I've used this resin a whole bunch of times with this printer, and I kept the settings pretty much the same. So I don't know. Oh goodness. Well, let's cure them. See if we've got anything that we can save. You see that skill? With my hands like that? I usually wash for like 3 minutes, sometimes less. I don't know, depends. I love this noise. It reminds me of like Super Metroid. When you're saving or getting a refill of missiles. This is kind of the part that I dread. When you don't print for a long time, I don't know how long it's been, it's probably been several weeks. Things happen, like this. Look at this filament, pop! It just popped on me, like that. It's kind of a pain to, you know, come back to it. In theory, yeah, I could just set these up, I could take out the filament, but as you can tell by my station, I'm not that kind of hobbyist. I don't even know if this filament jammed, if the spinner was clogged, and that's why I stopped printing on it. I don't know if it's level. It's kind of like starting all over every time I do it. And I don't have the energy or bandwidth to keep doing this every single day. Otherwise, I'll get hobby burnout, you know? So here are our minis. Here are our tieflings. I like to look at them a little bit closer after the models. If I can tell that there's failures on them, it makes it a lot easier for me to take a look at it in the slicer and see what went wrong. So for example, this guy right here, that little hair, from this angle you should be able to see it, but it's flat. It almost, it didn't print. And I think that there's gonna be some type of issue there that stopped it from printing. You can see, for example, here, she's missing her leg. Ow! I thought this one was okay, but it's not. Gosh. Here we go. Come on, do we get a good one here? Do we get a keeper? I think this one's okay. 1 out of 5, 20%. Oh, no. Could be worse, believe me. I need to see if there'll be filament that comes out at all, which means it's probably not clogged. so it won't have issues of under extrusion and so on and so forth. Based on this, I left this on here. This is like an ancient artifact that I found. Remember this this brake? I need to push it in and then pull it out real quick. Don't think anything naughty. Starting to smell that burning PLA smell. This is the unglamorous part of 3D printing, people. All right, now we gotta feed it in through here. Through this little thingy. Woo-hoo. I hate doing this because every single time the filament gets kind of crooked or doesn't want to go into this area, and I suck at this. I mean, I can be honest, right? I suck at this. I always end up having to do this like curve to compensate. It's just a pain. There we go. Woo! The moment of truth. Whee! There we go. All right, let's see. This is level. In the meantime, lunchtime.
What he doesn't realize is he looks special every day.
Needed to give 100% out on that ice today.
I'm super happy Bart.
Oh, that channel. Let's clean up these models. Notice how I'm not even cleaning up the minis that I printed today. I'm pretty behind. With this type of mini, what ended up happening was I Prusa supported it, and if you've seen my video on Prusa supports, then you'll see something that's outdated that I don't do anymore. I've turned to the dark side and actually really like lychee. I could peel like this, I could. It's just not gonna work nearly as well. So something else I do sometimes is I'll kind of split the base like this if I'm being lazy. And when I peel it off like that, there's less chance of like taking the entire piece with me. Yep, there you go. Man, I printed this one when I was printing out a whole bunch of minis for that video that I made on the most controversial minis 2020. Yeah, it's been that long. Good riddance. This is why I've been putting this off for so long. 2 minis down, like a million more to go. Oh boy. These are for the Kickstarter I have coming out in August. So I want to make sure that they print well. And not just my printer, but other printers too, right? The issue was with the cape down here at the bottom. So this anchor needs to be thicker. I'll probably put another heavy down here too, just to compensate. Been like an hour supporting these files. Feeling much better, and I'm ready to pop them out on this one more time. And I'm probably gonna up the exposure a little bit. I have a feeling that I'm underexposing a little bit more just because of the level of detail that I think I can get. Look at this brush, you guys. I got this brush to be able to do this. Look. Oh yes, that's what I'm talking about. Look at this, beautiful. Yes. I don't think a brush has ever made me this excited. Oh boy. This is funny. A moment of truth. I'm on the edge, my print bed. Everything else is looking good except this little edge. I think we're good. The next day. So this isn't a day, this is more like a 24-hour period. After the support-a-thon that I did yesterday, I just kind of left the prints going. I didn't feel like taking them off right after, and that happens a lot for me. I think those turned out better. Still gotta take a closer look. Paper towel time. Time for the test. Oh yeah. I'm not the only DM that does this, I promise. She came out much better. Looks like it worked. Nice. sad is that this is looking really nice. Oh well. For once in this video, this is the exact reason why this exists. I love this thing, did I mention that? So I have something incredibly sad to report about my trees. They are the most used things in my D&D games by far. I left this tree in the car, in this basket that I've got down there, and it melted. Look at this. Now my tree wobbles, man. Look at this. My tree's not supposed to wobble. So I'm gonna try and fix it with a heat gun. Quick little fix. I've never done this before. Not like this. And I have zero idea what this is gonna do to my paint, but whatever. Alright, so these are nice and pliable. Let me try and hold these down. Look at that. That's like a much better. My goodness, it worked. Well, it's not perfect, people, but that's a lot better than where it was at the beginning. I gotta say, mission accomplished. Kind of. I normally don't recommend this, but I'm gonna be real with you. I ain't taking no chances because the bed was level. That's the truth. The bed was level. There's zero reason why that should have happened outside of it got cold in here or something like that. I don't know. I mean, I did open the garage and maybe that. It's overkill, but listen, I really don't recommend this. But if you know the bed is level and it's not sticking, I mean, why not? But don't do it. So these are the misprints. They might look okay, but yeah, so like look at this guy. No longer an amputee. Tail printed well. Still got some cleanup to do on this one, right? But big difference. It's time to prime. So for those of you who don't know, I live in Florida. There's a hurricane coming, which means we're getting a lot more rain than usual. So this floor is wet. I don't have one of those fancy Goobertown priming things, so I always just put one of these on like a cardboard box. Some of these stand up really well, but others need a little more help. This is a very serious moment. I just took this out there and, you know, nature did its thing and the wind blew it. Now I've got chips everywhere. Got minis with no arms. Well, this guy survived, look at that. It's like, oh, she's missing a sword. Half my minis are broken. I'll never recover from this. I think I'm gonna call it. Yeah, I just decided not to stop. I know if I don't try and save these minis, I'm just gonna get lazy. I'm just gonna reprint them all. And even though I'm really sad about this, like, look at this, man. I mean, I can work with some of it. I like that tail, but missing a spike, man, come on, dude. Come on. I'm sure it'll be fine, but, you know, it just bothers me. Well, at least do something okay today. There. See how that's looking? Yeah, it's looking nice. Nice and sticky. So that was my day, or 24-hour period. Some days go really well, and other days don't work out as well. It's kind of part of the hobby. It's part of the reason I wanted to do this video, so that people can, who maybe don't know what it's like, at least what it's like for me. It's still a very fun hobby. It's just not perfect sometimes, especially when you're trying different stuff, or being a little lazy like I can be sometimes. If you liked a lot of the models that are in this video, they're from our next Kickstarter called Lost Ventures Expansion, which is coming out next month. I'll put a link in the description below if you want to sign up for the waiting list and get some free models while you wait. Thanks for joining me on this video. Happy printing and happy gaming. Looks like it's doing okay. Second, third, whatever time's a charm. We'll see.